Good afternoon. I'm going to start with good afternoon because it's now, and I reckon it might be midday before I've even done this video by the time I stop and start this thing. Right. Um, test wschat plugin. This is 306 update. I've been changing quite a lot around the behavior of how things are formatted in the sense of how it looks. Again, I did some last time. I've made it better this time. I focused on translation, so most things have been moved over to messages.properties or has got keys and a default value. I've provided default values for what can be translated, and I've tidied up documentation and given more insight into how to use the plugin properly. So it's started now. So in Grails free world, there's one problem that has come to light, and I need to sit down and figure out what it is. I just need to follow the trace the messages. I just don't spend enough time on it to know. But for the very first time that you go into it, so this is the new look as you go into it. But the very first time that you go into it, most times you get this problem where it crashes. If you try again, it can be the same user, but it should be fine. So I'm logged in now. So this is the new look now. You can add rooms. If you go back and go back into it again, the room will now appear. It wasn't doing that before in the previous releases. This is now fixed. You can change colors. You've probably seen all this. You can add friends. So basically, this is now colors coming through, but these colors are the default colors provided by the plugin themselves. And you may scratch your heads about this. Why is it that these colors aren't being set to the colors that you define for the CSS values? And the reason is because this entire interface is being driven by the plugin and not your site. So if you were to use the tag lib call to the chat, then you're more likely to get your colors overriding my colors, or just put an important tag on your CSS for the bits that you want to show that are more important. And that important, I mean when you do important after the tag, like that. I'll show you. So yeah, this is I'm jumping ahead now. The changes that I've made to the test site, I've uploaded for both Grails 3 and Grails 2. One way you can change stuff, which is the look of the plugin, is related to more related to the messages and messaging, and you'll see more of this in a minute. And I've provided some colors related to message content, who sends, receiver, person who sent the message, blah blah blah. Send message box itself you can configure here. It's in the test site. You can just take a copy and change this. And the send button you can disable if you want. So that's the look. The other change that there is, and you put that into your main CSS in your style sheets. The other change that there is, or improvement that's been made, is in. Okay. So I've added all the keys related to wschat inside this demo site, and it's in the documentation now as well, and what their values are. But in this scenario, they're all defaulted to, with the ending of dot, and that's to show you that the messages are coming from here rather than the plugin. And there's quite a few of them. So you can change these to different languages and make your messages.properties whatever else language and put them into. Just follow that through the Grails site, all the information of how to do it. Yeah, so it wasn't here for that. It was here for something else anyway. This video wasn't related to any of that. So I'm at the test site, and we've got monitor. This is our monitoring GSP, which is basically a tag lib back to the plugin, WebSockets monitoring, polling for live chat. If we take that out. If we go to here, so colors now. To override these, what you need to do is literally pass a map to the keys, and this makes better sense, probably not in here but in here. I can zoom in. I can't zoom in. But so that's our live chat taglib call, and at the end of it I've got inactive LC title, which is live chat title, inactive LC body, active LC title, active LC body, and for each one of them it's a Grails variable, but inside it is a map, and the map is CSS keys and values with no semicolons. You can use colors, actual colors, if you wish to use real color names or IDs, but don't use semicolons. You can extend this and add other features of CSS into it. Just make sure it follows this configuration for it to work. So we get going. Happy user, happy room. We want a red and black title inactive, an orange and black background, and we want a black and yellow active title and a white and black background when we get activated. So bearing in mind, I've totally forgotten about it. Stop it. Oh, that should be tiny. Alright, let's get going. There we go. There's that orange background and red and black. And there's our pop-up. There's our information pops up here. We can see them here as well. But obviously you've got to go through menus to see them here, whereas over there is popped up straight away. If we join them in a new tab, so keep that window open. See, when the member of staff join now, my background's gone white and black. Yeah. So if this is how you know that the colors are working from your local site. Hey, there's their colors all changed up. Hi. So there's configuration for in this instance where it's quite complex to explain, but the messages from here is a private message and it gets ended up into a chat room message, but it's not a chat room message because it's actually bound for that user in that chat room. So it's a bit of filtering going on for the specific user, but you'll see what I mean, because this was me messaging privately. If I send it globally, because the global one will go to all if you watched the last video, but that's now got a different color, and you can configure these lot to be exactly the same, so to the end user it will be transparent. But I've just done this to show that you could have it so when it's a private message going in that chat room, it's in a different color to what's going in there globally. And I can show you if you want. I don't really want to, but I can show you quickly. So we want to be sad user this time. I don't really care about this, to be honest. I know it works. So there's this automatically gone in. If I send the message here now, only this one will get it. You'll see. Stop messing around. Alright, that one's got no message, but if I do that, now both get it. Right, so, and if we now message in, we should be able to say blah blah blah, another pop-up box. We can have some nice colours on the screen. Wish life was so simple. Right, so that's this bit of it. If we, I can show you the other live chat, which also works with the colours, believe it or not. Yeah, it's all filtered through. And here's the bot saying hi. I've had to do some conversions for the bot because the bot was getting confused with all the HTML colors. Now this is, I'm not sure if I've shown it to people, but if I sit here and go like this, the bot will just sit there and say, look, I don't recognize your email address. I need a proper one. And until I get that right, it will just ditch. a@aa.com. It's a valid email address, yeah. Well, it's not, but does that open? There we go. So that's Grails 3 now returning stuff from the chat bots telling you open hours. What else is there to show you for this? Is there anything else? Quickly. I sorted out loads of bugs. The room bookings has been sorted. What I've or maybe it's because I'm in this mode. Yeah. God damn. I've got to release it again, so there's a problem there. But in theory, what I've done is I've moved away in the room bookings. So there was a few ugly things I did, and I should mention them now and clear the air. What the hell was this? I need to look at that as well. Few ugly things that I did was when you see, I was in a rush at the time. I just wanted to get the thing done. But when a user logs into the chat room through the live chat, the admin gets to see the user, but also gets this live chat PM dot thing. The live chat PM actually initially wasn't working. So if these things are closed down, I'll close this. So let's try this again. Sorry. Chat 2. So I go there. Happy users in here, but I haven't received a message from happy user as yet. What is it? Right, it's kicked in there. So if I message here, hi, how can I help you? That's worked, and that's me initiating the message rather than them, which initially I put the feature in, but it hadn't been working. But anyway, what I did, which was ugly, was this element of the menu was being returned through Ajax, and yeah, I didn't like it because everything else was coming through WebSockets, and I sort of hacked that in, and I didn't like it, and I had to go back and rethink about the whole way this whole thing worked. So that's now all going through WebSockets. The bit that isn't working, which is the conference, did a user lookup, and the user lookup went through autocomplete using Ajax. I've got rid of that. It's using Bow Selector now as the source of WebSockets lookups. So in theory, there is no more Ajax besides these pop-up pages that pop up, and I could change these to be some HTTP builder that returns it for WebSockets, but for now I'm happy with it, so I'll leave that. I think that wraps up the video. Is there anything else about the configuration you need to know, maybe? I don't think so. If you follow the documentation, which is a lot better now as well, you should hopefully have everything you need. I'm going to fix a few other little things up and just release it under 306 again because it's fine. Thank you. Bye bye.